So I'm not a fan of vulgarity in my R&B. You know what I'm saying? At all, right? She has a ton of it, but she also has records that don't have it. You know what I'm saying? So, and then some may walk the fine line. See, coming up in the time where I came up in the, in the 80s, even on to times like artists like that dude that's locked up, that King, he has a lot of fantastic stuff that's may have innuendo, but not so much in your face, even though he has that as well. But during those times, it wasn't as in your face with all the vulgarity, the over sexualized lyrics. I was never a fan of that, whether it was from Luke, Too Short, any of these big entities, but especially in the R&B. I just never have been able to come to accept that. And now during these days and times, it's very heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's just almost as like listening to a rap in some cases. However, uh, again, someone like Janae, someone like a Chris Brown, they'll have those records, but then they'll have some records that aren't as vulgar or without the profanity or what have you. You know what I'm saying? So I respect that with her because she's again, I doing some research. She says she just like to give all of herself, and I guess that includes this, that, this, that, this, that, what have you. And man, I caught an interview on the Breakfast Club. I was like, oh man, they wilding. They was talking crazy from the jump. I was like, okay, we're gonna see what we can pull out of this, and we're gonna have to keep it moving because they talking crazy. You feel me? But you know, no judgment. It is what it is. I guess on the artist side, the one thing you don't want to be is censored. You know what I'm saying? But again, for me personally, that's not my style of R&B. You know what I'm saying? We have got people like that. Like I said, that man is locked up, and even Mary J. Blige, she's got a whole lot of palatable classics. You know what I'm saying? That aren't so vulgar, and she's the queen. You know what I'm saying? So we don't necessarily have to do that. I guess times are changing, and I'm trying to think of when we got to that point where everything really just became so vulgar. Some people have said that it was around Chris Brown time of making the record Loyal. I don't know what y'all think. I'm not sure. I've heard that before though. Is that around that time it seemed like everything after that started to, be laced with all types of vulgarity. But anyway, you feel me? That's one of the reasons that it's hard for me to wrap my arms around R&B today. However, there are several different female artists of today that I love as well. So we did, send the comparison of Janae to the those that came before her. Now let's take a look like from like when she came on into current space. You know what I'm saying? So when we do that, uh, one of the people, let me tell you two types of ways that I have of late found that help me discover more artists that I like. Excuse me, pardon me. So a lot of these artists aren't just so mainstream heavy. They're not like always in your face. They kind of got to be searched for. And one of the two things, one of the funny things is the Joe Budden podcast. They always come up. They always put me up on something. You know what I'm saying? I gotta salute them. As well as Rory on the Rory and Maul podcast. Those two pods, man, they're really good with putting an OG on the current feel of R&B. You know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily care for the raps and rappers that they broadcast, but I will admit that they have helped me discover several, you know what I'm saying, different artists in today's genre of R&B and soul. Another thing for me is the Robert Glasper Black Radio projects. You know what I'm saying? So what happens there is I just love the music made by him and his band, and the way everybody is putting it down over those records. So what I do is go down a rabbit hole of who's on the project, start tapping into them. Then next thing you know, you find their music, and then you start to branch off into others, and then your streaming service starts to pick up the algorithm, and then in your daily mix, they got a whole bunch of stuff that's similar. Those are some ways that I found very lucrative for me to have a create my current soul sounding vibe. So when we do that, and we talk about the ladies that I love in current times, moving from again from like around the time Jhene got it cracking on up until now. Um, First one that comes to mind, Alex Isley. I love her music, man. Obviously, you know she's a son of the, daughter of the legendary one of the Isley brothers. I believe is Ernie Isley. You know what I'm saying? She upholds the tradition of the beautiful music that them legends make. You know what I'm saying? Um, I don't think I ever have to worry about too much vulgarity in her music. It's always classy, and she always puts it down with with great music makers. You know what I'm saying? Like the project that she did last year with Terrace Martin. It's called "I Left My Heart in Ladera," I believe. Phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So, shouts out to Alex Isley. I went down a rabbit hole with all of her music. I love it. Had I been more versed in her, I would give it up just like I'm doing here for Janae, because I like she's of all the legends that I mentioned earlier, along with Janae, Alex Isley goes in that list for me. You know what I'm saying? So uh, all the greats that I mentioned, you know what I'm saying? I consider all the music that I like by her in that same category with all them greats. I love her music, love her voice. I just love how she gets down. So we have like Alex Isley. There's a young lady named Yeba. She's phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Amazing voice. First heard her on a Drake record, and then on a Robert Glasper records. And when her album came out, it slipped by me until recently. I went back. I was like, oh man, this woman is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? So I really like her style. I really like how she gets down. Obviously, we like artists like her, Baby Rose, who's from right here in Atlanta. She's got one of my favorite projects that dropped this year. You know what I'm saying? Called Slow Burn. Check that out. Baby Rose, and it's a band. I forget the name of the band, but Baby Rose is unique. Uh, I love Tim's, but see, with Baby, here's the thing though. Think about the artists that I just named, and they are all different. So I don't even know if it's R&B. So that's why I say I don't really know where I stand with R&B, because all of the artists that I like are all different. Like Baby Rose is probably more alternative. Tim's, she's Afro beats, soul as well. Yeba, I don't even know what you want to call it. She's definitely some soul there and some alternative. Alex Isley, I guess like traditional soul. Um, then we have other artists like Ella May, Coco Jones. You know what I'm saying? I love Layla Hathaway. She's been around for a while, but she just got a new project out too. Check that out. I love I like Ariana Grande. Um, she's always got some records. Whenever she drops an album, I tap in because she's got an amazing voice, and she's gonna hit you with, she's gonna get you some soul sprinkles throughout that pop. You know what I'm saying? So shouts out to Ariana. I just love women across the board. So I do love a few pop artists like Grande. I do like some records by Selena Gomez. I like records by BB Rexa. I like records by Taylor Swift. You feel me? And I can name three, four, five records by Taylor Swift. You know what I'm saying? That's always a joke in our community. Can you name three? Can you name three records by Taylor? Yes, let's do it. Shake It Off, Wildest Dreams, Antihero, 22. I got a few of them in my bag. I know what I'm talking about. Hey, check it out though. I love the music that these women make. What I have to do though is I have to search with a fine tooth comb, so to speak, through the music because again, the vulgarity is going to be on deck. Maida, shouts out to Maida. I love her too. Phenomenal young artist. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely doing her thing. But again, I just with my search engines uh, providing me with all these artists, as well as again certain podcasts that I listen to. It's all great, but again, you just got to go through it with a fine tooth comb because there may be some vulgarity on deck, but nonetheless, there is still some good music out there. And before I wouldn't have I wouldn't have known that had I not gone down the rabbit holes that I decided to go down. You feel me? So that has helped me to believe in soul singing today by our young ladies. So salute. Check it out. I have beautiful mixes that I made right here. One is all Jhene. It's called Love Jhene. And then I have another one saluting all of these type ladies that we spoke on tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna drop the links to both in my I'm gonna drop the links to both below. You know what I'm saying? To my SoundCloud. Tap in. You know what I'm saying? Follow your boy. Please hit the follow. Please hit the like. Let me know what you think. You know what I'm saying? If you know other artists that's in that vein of what we talked about here this evening, tap in and drop it in the comments. And remember, man, tap in every Tuesday. Music and books, LPs and books, LP the selector. Over and out. Again, please hit that follow button. Please hit that like button. Let's get it, man.